From the campus of Arlington High School at the Kozlowski Gymnasium, welcome to ACMi Sports production of Arlington Girls Varsity Basketball. Tonight we have your Arlington Spy Ponders squaring off against league rival the Woburn Tanners. And Scott, Woburn comes in as four-time defending league champs. They're going to pose a formidable test for the Ponders tonight.
Time to slay the dragon, as they say. Woburn comes in with an 11-1 mark, good for the sixth-ranked team in the state of Massachusetts. They have a loaded roster led by Andrea Schiavone, who's a sharpshooter from downtown. In the first meeting against the Spy Ponders, she connected on 7 of 9 from three-point land. Good for 23 points and a big 66-52 win at Woburn. Spy Ponders have won 3 of their last 4. They're gearing up to make a push for the playoffs, and they'd like nothing better than to get a little home cooking tonight and take down the big bad Woburn Tanners.
Big bad Tanners. And we should mention here at the top, tonight is the Catherine Wall Memorial Game, and it's a very special evening here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium, although a somber one. Scott, can you tell us a little bit about Catherine Wall and the Memorial Game tonight?
Well, the game is a tribute to Catherine, who is a daughter who passed away of our beloved scorer, who scores both the boys and the girls games for more than a decade back when I was coaching. So it shows you that someone that has pride and dedication in Arlington. That's Jeannie Wall. And so it's a tribute to her family and the celebration of her daughter's life and the battle that cancer that has touched all our lives.
And I certainly interact with Jeannie before the games, and she's a very nice person, and we're very happy to be able to kind of participate in this celebration this evening. And so to the game at hand, Scott, we had a chance to interview the senior captains last night and Coach Amanda Mortellette, and we were very impressed with the interview. And what were some of your thoughts on what you heard? Some of my thoughts are that, this is a team that has a lot of chemistry. They're a fun team. They play a fun brand of basketball, and the senior captains are a big part of that.
Senior captains are a big part of it. What I came away with was that there's many people that are kind of looking at the Spy Ponders this year, and they've heard about this heralded freshman class coming in, and certainly well-deserved of all the praise they've gotten. But they reminded us, and me particularly last night, that the backbone, the foundation of this team is senior captain leadership. And specifically Captain Ellie Demaray and Abigail Ewan, and they demonstrated last night poise, understanding of leadership, demonstration of leadership, how to win basketball games, how to compete for championships, and it's players like that make this a special place, Arlington High School.
And the Ponders are going to need all of that if they're going to chase the playoffs. Coach Amanda Mortellette said that they're excited to be in the position that they're in. They're a 7-7 team, and the road ahead is going to be a tough one. But tonight is a big ball game in that kind of playoff hunt, isn't it?
Sure is. It's as simple as that. 6 games left. You're 7-7. 500 gets in the playoffs. 3-3. So while you're going to obviously focus on every individual game, certainly at this point of the year, the coaches and the fans, we're going to look at the big picture because we're allowed to, and it's 3-3. So they're going to have a game with a tough Woburn club, and then it's going to be Lexington, Winchester, Belmont, Revere, and then either Billerica or Lincoln Sudbury at the end of the season. 3-3 you're in. 4-2 you're in. Anything less, you're out.
Well, certainly always to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And this is a team that's accepted challenges all year long, and they've got some coming up. So at this scores table, there's going to be an announcement, and this will be an announcement relating to the life of Catherine Wall. Jeannie Wall is being introduced, and we'll make the announcement.
To support the girls' basketball team and this breast cancer awareness game. My daughter, Catherine Wall, graduated from Arlington High School playing 3 varsity sports all 4 years of her high school career. She excelled in soccer, ice hockey, and softball, earning multiple All-Star honors and all-conference honors as well. In her senior year, she was selected as captain in all 3 sports. Catherine was also the 2004 recipient of the Frederick Ostergren Award given to a student athlete who was singled out for special recognition for their qualities of leadership, sportsmanship, and scholarship. Catherine attended UMass Boston. Over her 4-year career in college, she earned 6 all-conference selections. She again played 3 varsity sports for her 4 years at the collegiate level. She is only one of 4 athletes to accomplish this. In 2013, Catherine was inducted into the UMass Boston Athletic Hall of Fame. Catherine was first diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 23. She fought the disease the same way she played sports, with strength, humor, hope, and determination to beat the disease. Unfortunately, she was unable to beat the disease and was 29 when she passed away. In June, we award 2 high school scholarships to Arlington High School student athletes who may have encountered challenges in their school career. Each year, the Arlington High School girls basketball program remembers Catherine and others who have had breast cancer at this breast cancer awareness event. Thank you, Coach Min, Athletic Director Melissa, and the parents and players for remembering my daughter at this game. It truly means so much to my family. Thank you.
Wow, an emotional and touching tribute from Jeannie Wall talking about her daughter Catherine, and now Ellie Demery and Abby Ewan will present Jeannie with some flowers and a plaque that will be placed in the auditorium. Quite a list of accomplishments for Catherine Wall, 2013 UMass Hall of Fame inductee, played.
Her shirt is up on the wall, and the girls just presented her with a really nice plaque that will hang up underneath her shirt. It was very nice. Thank you all for your support. And now for our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Woburn
Played
team,
3 varsity sports and was
guard,
taken all too soon at the age of 29. So to the starting lineup, starting for the Woburn Tanners. Number 14, Ashlyn Pacheco. Number 45, Marina Rufo. Number 2, Cassia Palmazzano. At forward will be senior captain Kelsey Quayle and senior captain Andrea Schiavone. Coach of the Woburn Tanners will be Steve Sullivan. For the Spy Ponders, Claire Ewan will start at forward. Ava Connolly will start at guard. Junior Annie Harris will start at forward. See each of the Ponders with their signature handshakes. Ellie Demery, senior co-captain at forward, and at forward will be senior co-captain Abby Ewan with a handshake. And now we will honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And as we get ready to play a little bit of basketball, Rob, I just want to say that I think the celebration we saw there, the ceremony at the beginning, shows us all that's good about sport in America and at the high school level. Community coming together, helping others, lifting others up, celebrating life while honoring someone who's passed, and then playing a healthy competition like we're going to see tonight of athletes that are trying to better themselves and can be inspired by a Catherine Wall.
Well said, Scott. And so let's get ready to play some basketball. Claire Ewan will jump against Kelsey Qualey, it looks like. Claire has had some success on opening tips, and she does here. Ellie gets the ball. She'll kick it back to Annie, over to Ava, and the Pawners will initiate their motion offense.
So look at the cut through and the pop out, and the Tanners really like to invade the space of ball handlers.
Claire throws up a shot, no. First rebound of the game goes to the Tanners.
Claire with a nice little dribble drive, but love to see her square shoulders a little bit better. That time a little bit off center with the shot, and it went wide.
Ponders are going to have to shoot well tonight if they're going to be able to defend the home court against these Tanners. Long three that time by the Tanners, no. And they emerge with a rebound. That's number 14, Ashlyn Pacheco, no.
Good stop there by the Spy Ponders. They'll look to run as they have all season long. Talking to Coach Mortellette today, they don't really change up what they do against anybody, and they don't mind playing good teams, tough teams. They enjoy the challenge.
That time Ewan dribbles the base, can't get it to go off of the Ponders. Tanners will get a try. 0-0 the score, 7-4 to play in the first quarter. Ponders will pick up at half court, it appears.
A little bit of half court here. So maybe we'll see a trap right over half court. This is a 1-2-2 half court trap.
Tanners successfully get the ball over half court, will run their offense. That's Rufo. Drives, throws it up against the glass, no. Rebound Qualey.
Early on, the Tanners are looking spry off the offensive glass. Spy Ponders are going to do a good job boxing out and grabbing those boards.
Qualey throws the ball away. Ava comes up with it. She'll lead the break, has numbers, goes all the way to the hoop, throws it up with her left hand. 2 points, Ava Connolly.
Ava Connolly probe, got a little gap, swishing, dishing early. Spy Ponders take a lead. Here comes Connolly again.
Connolly's ahead of the pack. She'll put it up again with her left hand. Again off the glass. 2 more points. Ava Connolly, 4-0 Spy Ponders.
Ava Connolly says, I'm not old enough to worry about whether you're 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th in the state. I know I'm number 1 in everyone's heart, so I'm going to dribble drive to the basket and make buckets.
We'll see if the Tanners are flustered here. They throw up a long three, bounces in and out. Rebound Harris. Ponders have a chance to go out to a 6-point lead. 7 with a 3 here. They will pull it back out, take their time, set up their offense.
Look to move the ball side to side, something they've done real well all season long. They've been very patient with their offense.
And again, here comes Connolly left. This time, no, but she bats it back out to Abby Ewan, who throws it up and in. And the Ponders run out to a quick 6-0 lead, and Coach Sullivan has seen enough, calls a timeout.
Bing, bang, boom. Abigail Ewan off the miss. Strong finish. 6-0 Ponders. In a game like this, every tick of the clock that goes by, where a team like Arlington, 7-7, playing an 11-1 team like Woburn, is in the game, is one more tick that they gain confidence. And the more confidence they get, the more they start to believe that this is going to be the night. This is where it's going to happen. Something special is going to happen. We saw something special happen before the game, and now we're starting to maybe see a little something special happen during it.
Well, certainly the first 2.5 minutes were kind to the Ponders, and all 3 of their made baskets were right at the rim. So let's hope that is the shape of things to come as the Woburn Tanners will take a turn. They will try to attack. Trapped by the Ponders. Throw the ball away to Ellie. Ellie will take a turn with a layup. No. And that is Pacheco comes down with it. Puts the ball around her back. Over to Quayle.
Tanners are having trouble with this half-court trap. When they've been able to get it over, they can do things like that. Way downtown. Bang.
Wow, that was Andrea Giovoni, and we see why she has been such a prolific three-point shooter for the Tanners. Again, last time these two teams played, she was 7 for 9 from way downtown. And Ava loses the ball out of bounds. That'll go the Tanners' way. So 6-3 Spy Ponders, 4:46 left to go in the quarter.
Lots of contact. Again, Ava's been so proficient at dribbling with the ball this season that the officials are really hesitant to give her help. And you saw it there. She got bumped and no call. And that's got to really concern Coach Amanda Mortellette. You really can't put your hand on ball handlers even if they're 50 feet from the basket.
And Schiavone will try again from way downtown. This time it's an air ball.
Schiavone with really a rainbow-type shot. Almost brought rain down with it there, although we got snow in the forecast for tomorrow.
Ponders are able to inbound the ball to Ava. Comes up against pressure. Handles the pressure well. Annie Harris on the weave. Over to Claire. She'll tee it up from 20. In and out. Ava fights for it. Tanners come up with it. Here comes Pacheco.
Another good possession by the Spy Ponders. They got a good shot. Claire squared her shoulders, stepped into it, just couldn't get it to go.
And that time, number 3, Courtney Cronin is called for the travel. And number 34, don't have 34 in our programs, folks. She will, player X will enter the game. Ponders 6-3 lead, 4:02 left to go in the first quarter.
What Woburn likes to do more than anything, they like to wear point guards out. They like to invade their space, tire them out. Ava Connolly's going to have a tall task ahead of her. With Wicks out with an injury, she's going to have to take on a lot of the ball handling, most of the ball handling herself, but she's going to need some help from senior captain Ellie Damare.
Ponders passing around the horn, find Ava for an open shot. Goes off the side of the rim. Here comes Pacheco. Schiavone again with an opportunity to tie. No. I'm going to call that Julia Taylor with a rebound. Rufo with a shot. Again, a high arcer. And the bank is open for Marina Rufo. 6'5 Ponders.
Serendipitous deposit on the bank there. The moonshot brought down some rain, and the bank was open.
Annie Harris with the ball. To Claire. Thinks about it, doesn't take it. And Harris called for a travel.
Harris called for a travel. Spy Ponders need to kind of take a deep breath. They've taken a couple of shots here from Woburn. Woburn, anytime you see a team kind of get a lucky one go, a serendipitous bounce, sometimes that can get them a little pep in their step, knowing if they got a lucky one to go, if they just square their shoulders, they can get the next one to go, and you see it right there.
And that was, I believe that was Quayle with a bucket, and the Ponders take a one-point deficit. Abby for 3, long. Tanners come down with it.
Tanners do a nice job on the board. They jump to the ball with 2 hands.
Travel now called on the Tanners, and the Ponders will take a turn. They will face once again a full court press, down 7-6, 2:28 to go in the first quarter.
Anytime that inbounder has trouble with the ball, players have to come to the ball, and you saw a nice job there by Ellie.
Ellie gets the ball over half court, and bumped out of bounds is Claire Ewan. No blood, no foul, I guess. Here come the Tanners.
Got to be something there. There's definitely contact, and it created the ball to be lost by the ball handler. So you're either going to call her, I don't know, out of bounds or a foul. I'm a little bit confused there. The officials calling this game tight. A little bit loose, which would really favor Woburn, because Woburn, especially in that full court man, they're very aggressive. They like to put hands on players and really wear them out physically.
Tanners get the ball in bounds. And all the way to the rim will come Rachel Donahue, and that foul will get called on Claire Ewan. That'll be her first.
I don't want to be someone I don't want to be that guy, but that contact's very similar to the contact we saw on the other end with Abby Ewan. It's kind of incidental. It's not really. It's kind of placing the player off, so we don't call it down here, we call it there. Okay.
Yeah. And Donahue makes both, and the Tanners take a 9-6 lead, 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
And that's what you got to see from Ava Connolly, coming to the ball hard and strong. She's got to be the one that takes the ball up most times.
Michelle Mahoney in the ball game, and she is wrapped up, and there'll be a jump ball called possession arrow, a Woburn.
Mahoney, the bench, and the players that don't start, which is only 4 players. That they have 9 on the roster, 8 actually, have been doing a super sensational job in practice, and there's just been no drop off when they come into the ball game.
Long 3, no. Rebound, Kelsey Quayle, no. And laying it up and in, I'm going to call that Julia Taylor. We have 2 number 4s in our program, but I think the second number 4 is probably meant to be a 34. That'll be Julia Taylor.
Now Taylor, nice job cleaning up the glass. And right now we're really seeing 2 things from Woburn. They haven't gotten it going from downtown like they did in the first contest, but we're seeing them being very physical. And the physical play is resulting in offensive rebounds and some turnovers and some pressure on the full court that's causing either Ava Connolly to struggle to bring the ball over half court or other players to initiate the offense. So Coach Mortolette has to get her team a little bit more focused, get them a little bit more laser focused and determined to get to spots on the floor, box people out, and dribble hard past half court.
So the Tanners are on an 11-0 run. The score is 11-6, and the Pawners will look to snap that run now. All 3 of the Pawners' buckets were right at the rim. They haven't gotten a shot at the rim since. Carrie and Farina will hand it off to Ava. Pressure falls back. Ava will come into the attacking zone. She'll penetrate and dish to Mahoney, to Harris, to Farina. Farina from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Mahoney fights for it. That's knocked out of bounds off of Rachel Donahue. That'll be Pawners' ball.
Farina stopping and popping. That's her shot right there. Although I'd like to see the Spy Ponders get a little bit of offense where they work the ball, both sides, multiple players touch the ball. That's usually where they get one of those wide open looks, sometimes from 3 and sometimes a little closer to the basket.
12 seconds left on the shot clock. 10. 7. Ava from 3. Long. Here come the Tanners.
Beautiful save there. And the Tanners are running.
And that'll be an offensive foul. Offensive foul called on Quayle. Yeah, running a little too hard. 51.9 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. Pawners down 11-6.
Ava's looking to start that offense, but you can see a player trying to invade her space, make it tough for her. Now we're going to run a little flex action. We go cutting through and popping out. Cutting through right there and popping out. Cutting through. We got a cut through there. There we go.
Mahoney found Farina on that play. Farina puts it up, draws contact. She'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
Ponders, just what the doctor ordered. What I was asking for up here, that was a possession where multiple players touched the ball moved side to side a few times, and you got a good look at the basket. Rewarded with 2 free throws, and she knocks down the first. This game's super simple.
And she makes them both, Carrie and Farina. Ponders close the gap. It is now 11-8 Tanners. 26 seconds left to go in the half. 24 on the shot clock.
Ponders have to match the energy of the Tanners. The Tanners play with very high energy, effort, and physicality in this. Spy Ponders have to match that.
Schiavone kicks out to Donahue. Donahue just long. 7 seconds left to go in the quarter. Tanners will look to take the last shot. Pacheco has the ball. She'll be forced to throw it up. She gets all the way to the rim, throws it off the backboard, and lays it in. That'll be called good. And with the end of the first quarter, folks, it is the Woburn Tanners 13 and the Arlington Spy Ponders 8.
Pacheco showing spectacular skill and dexterity there. You saw a little pump fake, then a dribble drive, real good knowledge of time and space, puts the ball up with 1 second. Ball goes through as the clock winds to 0, 13-8 Woburn. If you're the Spy Ponders, you love how you started. Things got a little bit slow, but again, I think this is about matching their physicality, but also what I'm seeing out of the Tanners is it's physicality and experience too. They kind of know how to be physical and when to be physical. Sometimes that's kind of second level playing, and the Spy Ponders maybe aren't there yet. Maybe can get there tonight. We'll see.
Well, the Tanners are certainly a disciplined club, and they know how to run their offense. One thing we're not seeing from the Ponders that is characteristic of them so far this season is a lot of deflections. Tanners doing a nice job handling the basketball and bring a lot of pressure themselves. Ponders like to throw a punch. Here they're going to have to take a punch. And just like that, they turn the ball over on the inbounds pass, and the Tanners have the ball. Foul will be called. We'll see who that's on. That's on number 24, Annie Harris. That'll be her first, the third of the first half for the Ponders.
Anytime there's a player that having trouble inbounding the ball, all 5 players have to come to the ball to help her out.
And Woburn will drop the ball out of bounds. That's Quayle, and the Ponders will take over, down 13-8.
The Tanners don't like pressure when it's placed upon them. The Spy Ponders need to realize that, make sure that they're physical, and here's that excellent job coming to the ball right there. Be physical with them. It's creating turnovers and pressure on the Tanners.
So Ava Connolly heads to the bench, and Ellie Demery handles the ball against the press. She gets it over half court. See a foul that time whistled against the Tanners. That'll be a blocking call on number 45, Marina Rufo. That's her first of the ball game, third for the Tanners.
You like to see right there, Claire Ewan faces some contact, doesn't let it affect her. She doesn't lose control of the basketball, but is rewarded with a foul.
Claire gets the ball, kicks it over to Annie Harris. Claire thought about it. And off Ellie's hands, out of bounds.
Right now, the pressure, which, as you mentioned, Rob, the Spy Ponders are usually forcing on other teams, is being applied to them, and they're struggling a little bit. The good news is it's something they face every day in practice, so it's something they should be able to adjust to.
Woburn has a 13-8 lead in the second quarter. They'll run their offense. Get the ball to Pacheco. Over to Rufo. Little drive and kick game going on. Quayle throws it up, no. Claire with a rebound. Here comes Ellie. Ponders have numbers, 4-on-2. Ellie tees up a 3. Kaboom! Ellie Demery for 3.
Way downtown bang, and that was started with the superior defensive effort from the Spy Ponders. They've got to understand that there's no rule that they can't play just as physical as Woburn and just as tough. Invade their space, make it tough for them.
Schiavone throws it up, no. Fight for the ball. Claire comes out with it. 13-11 Tanners, 6:35 left to go in the second quarter.
Now the Spy Ponders are getting those defensive rebounds. It's one and done for the Tanners. Now you got to make them work on defense.
Annie Harris underneath, and she is whistled for the travel. That's her second travel of the ball game. Has to be frustrating for her.
Tough travel there. She kind of got caught with the ball in between steps, and just a tough spot. And we want to trap here. We want to see if we can get a deflection.
Pacheco and Quayle have a little two-man game, get it over half course. The Tanners will initiate the offense.
This Woburn team knows what's going on. They identify things. They all are very technically sound. They pump fake and dribble drive to the basket.
Very decisive with the basketball. Little double screen up top. Pacheco throws up a wild shot. Christmas comes early for the Tanners with the offensive rebound.
Tough luck for the Spy Pirates. Did a great job defending. Got a tough shot to miss and couldn't get the rebound, but this time they do not.
Oh, and Courtney Cronin misses the first, steals the ball, throws it back up and in. 15-11. Tanners.
Ava Connolly is getting worn out a little bit by the physicality on this end. It showed a little bit there as she couldn't squeeze a rebound she normally handles with ease.
Here's Ellie with a three, and she hits another one. Ellie Demery with her second from way downtown.
Ellie, way downtown, bang. She's been the Spy Ponder sharpshooter all season, the senior captain. She's not taken by the moment. She doesn't think this is too big. She's ready to go, make big shots, win a huge game.
Pacheco into the lane, no. Claire throws it ahead to Ellie, and Ellie lays it off the rim. Annie with a rebound. She looks like she's hacked, no call. And Tanners come out with it, 15-14 Tanners.
Ellie, way downtown, no problem, right at the basket, a little bit of a miss. Tough luck for the Spy Ponders.
And Pacheco throws it up and draws contact. So it looks like the one ref is calling the game very tight. The ref on the Ponder side of the court is letting a sword fight happen.
No doubt. A little bit of conflict of interest or conflict of styles there, contrasting styles. What you see there though, with the Spy Ponders, one thing about a team like Woburn, who attacks the offensive glass with vigor, with 2, 3, sometimes 4 players, you can get runouts going the other way. You can grab that ball strong and dribble one dribble out like Claire did that last time. And players release up the court, they will be wide open for layups just like Ellie got.
So Pacheco gives the Tanners a 17-14 lead, 4:30 left to go in the second quarter. The two teams are combined 6 for 6 from the charity stripe tonight.
Ava's got to dribble the ball with a little bit more of a purpose, make herself an offensive threat.
And Claire gets her own rebound, throws it up, misses. That is Francesco with a rebound, gives it to Ellie, no. Here's Abby Ewan. What is going on under there? No blood, no foul.
Very strange, lots of contact.
Tanners come out with it.
All 3 shots.
Left-hander from Donahue gets her own rebound. She'll tee it up again. No. Here comes Claire. Claire will drive all the way to the hoop, coast to coast, Claire Ewan. That time she will actually get a call, thank you very much. And she will go to the line to shoot 2.
I'll tell you why they got the calls, because the Spy Ponders didn't hang their heads, they didn't complain, look at the officials, stop play. They continued to play hard, kept their head up, stayed in the moment, moved forward to the next play. And the next play was a fast break at the basket, maybe minimal contact that time, but the official says, you know what, you've earned 2 free throws here, and she's got them.
Ewan makes the first, 17-15 Tanners. 3:49 left to go in the half. And we see the first missed free throw of the ballgame.
2-point game though. Ellie got the Spy Ponders right back in action now, and they are ready to go with aggressive defense here.
Schiavone is trapped and she gives it up. And that time Quayle is whistled for the foul. That's the 4th foul of the ball game on the Tanners. The Ponders also have 4, and that is Quayle's first of the ball game.
And that's superior effort by the Spy Ponders. Anytime you beat someone to a ball and create a foul on the opponent, you know you're playing hard.
Ponders have a chance to tie the ball game here with a 2, go ahead with a 3. And Claire will take a turn just off the back of the rim, no. Here comes Donahue.
There's going to be a day when those shots are going to rain down with swishes, and this team is going to be awfully tough to beat.
Ellie looks ahead, finds Claire. Claire stops and pops off the back of the rim. Rebound Rufo.
lid on the basket for Claire tonight. She's getting really good looks. She's just got to stay with it and be confident.
Pacheco thought about it, doesn't take it. Schiavone will take it. And she throws one up to the heavens, and it lands like a pot of gold.
Very strange motion there, almost a serpentine motion, wound up. Feet were kind of off base. Tossed it up towards the basket, and in it went. Good.
Abby underneath. No. Gets her own rebound, throws it up. No. Scramble for the loose ball. What's going to happen here? And Rufo is called for the travel, so the Pawners will get possession down 20-15.
Spy Ponders, it's a 2015 game. If they could make the shots they've gotten point blank at the basket, they'd be tied, maybe ahead. But they realize that, and that's why their effort is so, they get a little pep in their step right there here, because they know they're doing the right things. They know that eventually those shots are going to fall if they just keep their effort high, and their effort is high, and they're right in this ball game.
The foul was on Julia Taylor. It's her first, 6th of the half for the Tanners. Next foul, the Pawners will be in the 1-and-1.
So move the ball side to side, realize that the next foul is free throws, and make sure when you catch the ball, you're in a position to dribble drive.
And Ava will take a three. Bounces just off the back of the rim. Rebound, Claire throws it away to Woburn. Here come the Tanners. And Claire says, I'll get that ball back, and she does.
Claire has been absolutely all over the place tonight.
Oh, and Ava Connolly throws up a little runner off the glass, 2017.
Hustle by Claire Ewan results in a bucket by Ava Connolly, and the Ponders are right back in it.
And that'll be off Rufo, and it'll be Ponders ball. Down 3 with 1:38 left to go in the half. Nice little runner from Ava Connolly there. She's been aggressive at the hoop, and it's paid dividends.
She has, and she hopes to continue to be aggressive. Anytime someone's guarding her close and tight, if she dribble drives to the purpose, she can get to the basket.
Claire's been aggressive also and throws it up just off the back of the rim. Gets her own rebound, throws it up, draws a foul. Claire Ewan with outstanding hustle.
Outstanding, tremendous, extraordinary, any superlative you want to throw. This is how you play basketball with high effort and energy. Claire Ewan is not being deterred by missed shots. As a matter of fact, it's making her play harder with more focus and effort. And that's what you like to see.
And so meanwhile, Andrea Schiavone and Kelsey Quayle both have two fouls for the Tanners. That's a positive development if you're a Ponders fan, as Ewan makes her second free throw, and the Ponders pulled it within 2, 20-18.
So here's the trap that Woburn has had a little bit of trouble with. A couple of times they handled it real well, a couple of times not so well.
Rufo dishes, and Tanners can't convert. Foul that time called. It's called a shooting foul, and Rufo will get the 2 and the harm. We'll see in a second who that foul was on. That was on Farina.
Very fortunate and one there. The danger of your half-court trap like that is going to be easy shots at the basket. If they can bring the ball to one side, reverse it, get to the middle, look opposite, that's what you're going to have.
22-18 Tanners, 1:06 left to go in the half. Here's Farina, probes the defense, pulls it back out.
So get a good possession here. They cut through and the pop out. Somebody should be cutting through.
Ava will kick it back to Ellie. Ellie will tee it up for 3, just long. Claire fights for the rebound. Tanners come out with it. Here's Pacheco. Pacheco will look for a secondary break.
Pacheco is very fundamentally sound. They all have this nice little pump, fake, and drive. Spectacular.
And that was Julia Taylor with her 4th point of the ball game. 24-18 Tanners.
Really a clinic on how to get the basketball, get it a triple threat, use a pump fake, and dribble drive. Every Tanner has it.
Ponders working around the horn. Little give and go from Farina to Ellie, taken away by Pacheco.
Good idea, but this Pacheco knows what she's doing out there. Gets a hand out, deflects it.
6 seconds left in the half. Taylor will have to throw up, throws up a wild shot. 1 second left. And no call there as Ava goes to the ground. And that'll be the end of the first half with the score. Woburn Tanners 24, Arlington Spy Ponders 18. And what'd you see in the first half there, Coach?
I tell you what I saw the Spy Ponders, especially Claire Ewan, with extraordinary pride and determination, especially at shots near the hoop. They didn't get them to fall, but that only seemed to really kind of spur them on to play harder, to try even different ways of hustle to get the ball in the basket. Some were successful, some were not. I think they're going to continue that type of approach. We're just going to keep trying, get closer, more open shots. If they can work the ball a little bit more on offense, side to side, Ava Connolly's got to be a little bit more aggressive to get that basketball, to dribble it up and initiate the offense, because when somebody else does, I don't like the flow of their offense. But I think they're okay moving forward. 6-point game at the half. You got to like what you see. On Woburn's side, they're a tough club. They're very fundamentally sound. All the players can dribble, pass, and shoot. Anytime you're facing that, it's going to be a tall task. But it's a task that the Spy Ponders could be up to with superior effort.
So let's take a look at the scoring. Tonight we have Ava Connolly with 6 points in the first half. Ellie Demery, 6. Abby, Claire, and Carrie Farina each have 2. For the Tanners, Andrea Schiavone leads with 6 points. Ashlyn Pacheco and Marina Rufo have 4. Julia Taylor has 4. Kelsey Quayle, Courtney Cronin, and Rachel Donahue all have 2. Foul situation, perhaps a little bit of concern for the Tanners. Both senior captains, co-captains Schiavone and Quayle have 2. No Ponders in foul trouble. So once again at the half, the score is Woburn Tanners 24, Arlington Spy Ponders 18. And grab a Coke and we will see you for second half action in just a moment. Once again, the score, Woburn Tanners 24, Arlington Spy Ponders 18. I need to update the foul situation. Ellie Demery and Annie Harris both have 2 fouls, and we have a little bit of a fight on our hands. Woburn comes in at 10-2, and they're the big wet bad wolf, and Spy Ponders are a couple kind of layups away from giving them all they can handle here on the Ponders home court.
Given all they can handle, the Spy Ponders have fought admirably. This Woburn team's the real deal. They haven't shot particularly well, but that's because the Spy Ponders have been in their space all night long. They've gotten most of their points off of offensive rebounds. They all, as I said before we broke, they can all pass, dribble, and shoot, but what they can specifically do is something to look for in the second half, is they're kind of putting a clinic on, especially for the young players out there. They're catching the ball in triple threat position. They're using a pump fake and a dribble drive. They all have this move in their arsenal. It makes it very tough to guard near, especially near the three-point arc, and they have a few players who are sharpshooters. So it's a tough cover for the Spy Ponders, who have done an admirable job in the first half, gotten a miss, had a little trouble with the offensive rebounds. So second half, here we go. Where would you rather be than right here, right now?
A little bit of a game of runs. Ponders came out with a 6-0 run. Woburn answered with an 11-0 run. The Ponders got a couple of free throws. The Tanners scored a couple points. Ellie Demery had a couple of big threes. The Tanners can't quite pull away. Should be an exciting second half.
Every time the Spy Ponders have needed a clutch basket or needed a player to get hot to win a key ball game, it's been Ellie this year. You saw it in the first half. They got down to a margin that looked like maybe the game was going to get away from them. Bing, bang, boom, couple of three-pointers from Ellie. They're right back in it. Second half, maybe get Ellie a couple of open looks and see what happens. But more importantly, run your offense side to side.
So the Tanners will start with the ball in the second half, and they will run their offense, and they will go side to side. It's Pacheco with the ball. Kicks it over to Quayle. She'll tee up a three. Goes long. A little bit of a scramble for the ball. Ava comes out with it, but gives it over to Rufo.
That's a tough rebound to swallow for the Spy Ponders. They all boxed out and just could not have the strength to grab the rebound. Ava Collins, a second time tonight, somebody's pulled the ball away from her, and that's just someone that's a freshman and doesn't quite have the body strength to pull the ball away from a varsity senior.
And Schiavone is at the line, and she gets the first to go, and that's a bad development for the Ponders. That is 3 fouls on Ellie Demery. Coach Amanda Mordelet pulls Demery over and has a word with her. The Ponders sorely need Demery in the second half as Schiavone makes the second, and the Tanners pull out to an 8-point lead.
They need Demery, but they really need Ava Connolly to be handling this ball up the court. If you're going to ask Demery to dribble drive up the court and make shots, that's almost an impossible task.
Connolly stops and pops, can't get it to go. Here comes Pacheco. 8-point lead for the Tanners, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
So the best way to stop the triple threat is to deny one pass away.
Missed by the Tanners, rebound Schiavone. Schiavone puts it up and in, 10-point lead.
Schiavone with a really nice pass there by Quayle, who was heading out of bounds and just shoveled it to Schiavone, who finished at the cup. And right now the Woburn Tanners are flexing their muscles.
Ava tries to do something about it. She gets aggressive, takes it to the 10, draws contact. She'll go to the line for 2.
I really enjoy it when I see Ava Connolly being aggressive. I think there's a part of her in the back of her head that says, gee, should I be taking over or taking a shot here that maybe I'm dribbling myself into? The answer is yes, and she's going to learn going forward that the more time she can create things by dribble driving and penetrating deep towards the hoop, the better for the Spy Ponders.
That'll be Julia Taylor entering the ball game for Captain Kelsey Quayle. Quayle has 3 fouls, and just like that, Taylor turns it over. Abby with the ball up to Ava. Ava will initiate the offense. Abby for 3 from the top of the key. No, just short. Ball will go Tanner's way.
Got a deflection on one end, a good look on the other. This is the Spy Ponder. This is the Spy Ponder way. If the shot doesn't fall, that's fine. Go back, play some tough defense, and create another deflection or steal.
Woburn aggressive with the basketball. And contact called. Who that foul be on? Will that be on? Is that even a foul? What did they call there?
They did call a foul. So that's going to be.
That could be. They maybe called a jump ball.
No, it was. I believe Annie Harris's third.
That was in fact the third on Annie Harris. And Rufo throws the ball out of bounds. Ponders will get the ball with 5:58 left to go in the third. They are down 28-19.
And there you see the pressure again, and the Spy Ponders not waiting for Ava Connolly to get herself open, and they pay the price again.
And Palmisano gives it up to Ewan. Ewan to Connolly. Ponders have numbers. She'll look to the left to Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann breaks an ankle, goes up with it, can't get it to go. Here come the Tanners. Nice move by Farina at the base.
Farina stopping and popping, aggressive move to the basket. Just couldn't get it to go.
But Pacheco can get it to go. She swishes a 20-footer, 30-19 Tanners.
Pacheco swishing and dishing tonight. I'll tell you, she's an impressive basketball player. One of the most fundamentally sound players we've seen all year in the Middlesex League. She's always got her body square. She's in a triple threat position, a little pump fake, dribble drive, stopping and popping, swishing and dishing.
And Abby Ewan makes the first. That's her third point of the ball game. 30-20 Tanners. 5:22 left in the third quarter.
Nice to see Abby rewarded with a couple of freebies for her hustle. She's been working hard all game long. Hasn't gotten a lot to show for it. There she gets the one to go from the line.
Here's Pacheco again through her legs over to Rufo. Rufo through her legs. And Pacheco lifts off from from deep. No, long rebound comes to Abby.
So obviously the Tanners feeling good about themselves because they're dribble driving through their legs, getting a little bit fancy out there.
Demery long. Farina with a rebound. Ponders will reinitiate the offense.
What's happened here is both teams are playing pressure defense, and which is creating tiresome players, and tiresome players have trouble making shots. And that's why both teams really can't make shots right now.
Farina will try from 3, goes off the front of the rim. That ball will be off Abby, and it will go the Tanners' way. They have a 10-point lead, 4:28 to go in the third.
They have a 10-point lead. The effort and energy of both teams is sky high, and as I mentioned, it's creating a lot of misses at the basket. Sometimes an adjustment you can make if you can identify that you're tired is try to put a little extra on your shot, knowing that it's probably going to be short, and so you probably want it to try to be long if you're going to miss anywhere.
Here comes Ava coming against Pacheco. Pacheco hacks her from behind. This time it is whistled. That foul will be on Pacheco. That'll be her first of the ballgame.
Third time's a charm, 3 hacks, and finally they blow the whistle on Ava Connolly. And see, Ava's got to move a little bit quicker to the basketball here.
And that ball is off of Julia Taylor steps out of bounds. Ponders will get it again. Here comes Abby into the lane. Abby throws it up, and Abby throws it in. Abby Ewan for 2.
Abby Ewan says, if you're going to really force pressure on our point guard, I'll take matters into my own hands. I'll dribble drive towards the basket. 2 giant steps, finish at the cup. 8-point game, Spy Ponders hanging around.
And the Spy Ponders have done a lot of damage at the rim. This nice little kind of runner type layup, soft off the backboard, off the glass. We've seen a few players make that tonight. That's another way to deal with being tired, and that's get close to the hoop.
Get close to the hoop with dribble drives, penetrations, that sort of thing. Any type of physicality game like this we saw in the first half that the Tanners were in the bonus. So there's lots of positive things that can happen from dribble drives. The problem is, do you have the energy to do it? I got to say, I'm being awful tough on Ava Connolly up here. I'm telling her, come to the ball, come to the ball. She's being guarded by senior captains who are being very physical with her and physically preventing her from moving her body. The officials aren't helping her out. They're not going to help her out. It's the way this game's been called. They've been allowing players to put their hands on other players, and so it's something that everybody's got to work through. And there you saw a senior captain for the Spy Ponders help out the freshman by taking a dribble drive to the basket.
Tanners with the ball up 8. That's Cronin. Over to Rufo. To Taylor. Tough defense by the Ponders. They are up in the space of these Tanners. Cronin throws it up, throws up a lefty, doesn't draw iron, and that'll be a 30-second violation forced by the Ponders.
Cannot draw it up any better than that with 3:30 left in the third, down 8. That's a message being sent to Woburn. Hey, we're not going anywhere. You think you play hard? Well, we play hard too. This is what our calling card might be the same as yours, and right now we think we can do it better than you.
And Cronin is whistled for the foul. A little bit of contact there, and both teams have stepped up the defensive intensity.
Again, I know I'm asking a lot of Ava Connolly there, but what she's got to do, if she senses that pressure, she has to try to cross the dribble over and attack the basket.
4th team foul for the Tanners, and that is a whistle against Carrie Farina. That'll be the 3rd team foul against the Ponders, the 2nd against Farina.
Got to hand it to Woburn. If I'm going to say on one side that Arlington's doing a spectacular job on defense, if Woburn matches that effort on the other end, it's just as spectacular. And right now, both teams are playing with just absolutely an astonishing effort.
Nice dish that time from Pacheco to Giovanni. Can't get it to go, but that was a superior bounce pass in traffic. Here comes Abby with her left hand. Nothing is called. Again, no blood, no foul. And that will be called Ponders' way. Woo. Ponder Nation thought that was going to go the other way. That was clearly off Julia Taylor, but the referee changed his mind and made the right call.
In a game where this many shots are coming off the rim, you're going to need every call you can get to be correct. And that time the officials did a great job of making sure they got it right.
We have a foul this time that should be against Giovanni. If so, that'll be her third. And it is against Giovanni. That is her third, 15 foul against the Tanners, 30-22 Tanners.
And that's exactly what I was talking about with Ava Connolly. That time she made herself into a dangerous basketball player by attacking the hoop with purpose. Once you do that, that's when they're either going to foul you or get out of your way. Do that a few times. You're not going to have so much pressure up in your body.
Tanners working the ball around the horn patiently. Rufo will throw up a bunny, and it rolls softly around and finds the bottom of the net. 32-22 Tanners.
Rufo executes, takes advantage of a ball screen down low to perfection and puts a nice little jump hook in. I'll tell you, when this team from Woburn executes, they look dynamite.
Left-hander by Donahue, no. Here comes Ava. She decides to pull it out. A lot of contact down there. Gets the ball to Ellie over to Claire. Claire finds Farina under the basket and whistled for the foul will be Cassie Palmisano. Nice look that time by Claire.
Claire Ewan with a superior pass that time to Farina, who knew just what to do with it, went up strong contact and 2 fouls, but Ava Connolly made a nice choice there. Fought through some contact, was able to reverse the ball, and that's what got the whole thing started.
And Farina gets the first to go, 32-23 Tanners, 1:44 left to go in the third.
And the team stands up and gives Claire a standing ovation. Her hustle tonight's been an inspiration.
And Farina makes the second, 32-24, so the Pawners keep in single digits. This is still a ball game, folks.
Pawners won't go away. They're just tough, they're rough, they're physical.
And with the steal comes Connolly. Connolly will stop and pop from 12, front of the rim. Pacheco comes down with it. And here we go the other way. Pace is picking up in this game.
Pace is picking up.
Pacheco under to Taylor, and Farina will get whistled for the foul. That'll be her third of the ball game. Fourth team foul for the Pawners.
A little body contact there, looked incidental to me, but Spy Pawners will create their 4th foul of the quarter.
They find Taylor underneath, and Francesca comes down with it. Throws the ball to the Tanners. Tanners, that was number 3, Courtney Cronin, throws it up with her left hand. She draws contact, will go to the line. That foul will be against Abby. That is just her first of the ball game, the 5th of the half for the Spy Pawners.
Parasada with a rare turnover there. We've seen her in the last 2 games play multiple minutes and be very careful with the basketball. One thing Parasada does really well is able to enter to the game off the bench, know where she's supposed to be, make a hustle play, not turn the ball over. That was a simple miscue there. And obviously she's on to the next play and fighting for the rebound right there.
Fights for the rebound, 1 point for Cronin, 33-24 Tanners. Minute 7 left to go in the third quarter as Annie Harris spells Francesco Perazzato.
Real physical play down low. Lots of players bumping into each other, reaching in. Look at this.
Here's Donahue with the left. She throws it up. No, good defense that time by Abby, who comes down with it.
And also fights through contact. This is tremendous.
Carrie Ann from 20. She hits. Pulls the Pawners to within 7 points. Carrie Ann Farina.
Carrie Ann Farina way downtown, bang, a little stopping and popping, swishing and dishing. She saw those 2 free throws go through, got some confidence, and showed on that end. But on the other end, it's
Ashlyn Pacheco answering.
It's Ashlyn Pacheco. Nice little play.
24 seconds left to go in the quarter. 35-26 Tanners. 19 on the shot clock. Oh, good look to Ellie, and she throws it up, and she draws contact, gets the hoop and the harm. Ellie Demery pulls the Ponders to within 7. She'll go to the line.
Ellie will not be denied once, not twice. Foul, the hoop and the harm. A bucket can make it a 6-point game. This Spy Ponder team won't go away. They're hanging around.
And she does make the free throw, and Claire Spelzer and Ellie Demery, senior captain, pulls the Ponders to within 6, 35-29. 12.9 seconds to go in the third quarter, so the Tanners look like they'll take the last shot.
Hand up on all the shooters, no dribble driving.
Taylor will be whistled for the travel with 4.3 seconds left to go, so the Ponders will have to negotiate the 94-by-47 hunk of wood here in the next 4.3 seconds, try and make it a 4-point ball game.
You get 4 dribbles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, let it go.
Oh my! Claire Ewan throws it up from half court, and the ball falls just short, and the third quarter ends, and the Arlington Spy Ponders won't go away. The score, Woburn 35, Arlington 29, and Scott, we enter the fourth quarter, and it is anybody's ball game.
It's anybody's ball game. I don't know if, Rob, I know you're a West Coast guy, you're born on the West Coast, but in the East Coast, we used to have Big Mondays, and what Big Mondays was Big East, the old Big East. Patrick Ewing days, Connecticut Husky days, St. John days, Louis Carter II, known for physicality. This reminds me of an old Big East game.
Absolutely, good call.
There's battles down low, physical play. You're seeing players moved off their spots and maybe being fouled, but they've learned to adapt that it's not going to be called. They're saying, okay, you're going to foul me? That's fine. I'm going to fight through it and move the ball to somebody else. I love that kind of attitude. I love this kind of play. This is a get at it, lunch pail. Hey, let's see who's tougher game, and let's go.
And nobody's backing down. And
nobody.
Foul situation could be relevant for the Ponders. Demery, Harris, and Farina have 3 fouls, and for the Woburn Tanner, Steve Sullivan's club, co-captains Schiavone and Quayle both have 3 fouls. The Ponders will open with the ball here in the fourth quarter with a chance to cut the lead to 4.
And you really hope that they can get the ball to Ava Connolly. She struggled to get the ball, especially when it's been inbounded here. She's made some cuts a little bit late, and the passes come early to a player other than Ava. But Ava's got to move real quick. There it is. There you go. Now run your offense. Side to side.
Connolly working against Palmisano.
This is the flex, so now it's through.
Abby gets an open 19-footer, no. Connolly with a rebound, puts it up, no. Gets her second attempt blocked, and out comes Pacheco with it.
More physicality, no call. But why would you expect it now?
Oh, nice move by Quayle, but she can't convert. Abby comes down with it. Abby's doing work on the boards tonight.
She sure is. The operation was a success, but the patient died there. That's okay for the Spy Ponders. They'll take a little cut through and pop outs.
35-29 Tanners here in the fourth quarter. Abby thinks about it, no, takes it to the hoop. Kicks it back out to Farina, to Harris, to Ava. She thinks about a 3. 7 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Farina will have to take it. She does, and she throws up a runner with her left hand. Banks it and drops it, 35-31.
Farina says, I'm 33, so call me Larry Bird. I can make a left-handed runner with the best of them.
And Schiavone, no. Rufo with a rebound, no. Claire comes down with it. Ponders with a chance to make it a 2-point game. 6:40 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Here come the Spy Ponders. They've got all the momentum now. Work your offense side to side. Look for an open shot. Let it fly with confidence.
Farina with a big second half. Abby lets it fly off the side of the rim. Rufo comes down with it.
Rufo has been a monster on the boards. She's a skilled player.
Schiavone to Palmisano. Palmisano has a 12-footer, rolls around and finds the bottom of the net, 37-31 Tanners.
Palmisano does a nice job of stopping and popping right when they needed a bucket there.
Palmisano's first points of the ball game. Claire's underneath and tries to bank it, rolls just off the rim, and is called for the double dribble. Very astute call by the ref. I don't know that many would perceive a double dribble in that situation.
No, it was a very astute call. Claire came down, put the ball down with two hands, which is a violation. It's literally a double dribble. And she's working hard, continuing to try to get those shots close to the basket to fall. Need to stop here.
Pacheco to Quayle. Quayle attacks the paint. No. To Schiavone, back to Quayle. And Quayle draws contact. Is that going to be against Claire? Yes, it is.
Nice little pick and roll right there. It was a little slow to develop, but it was there, and that's why Claire was late. She got kind of caught in the pick, a little bit late to recover help, and rewarded with two freebies. And right now, Woburn's kind of answering the bell like a championship team would.
Rainbow. That time from Quayle, no. 38-31 Tanners. 5:25 left to go in the ballgame.
When the Spy Ponders make Woburn work on the defensive end, good things have happened.
Pacheco will lead the break. Over to Cronin. Cronin goes all the way to the rim, no. Annie Harris with a big board.
Who was there to bother the shot? Obviously, Claire Ewan.
Abby tees it up over the rim. Pacheco falls, no good, no call there. Cronin to Schiavone, finds Quayle. Everything but the bucket that time for the Tanners, and Amanda Mortalette will call a time out. So in the fourth quarter, the score, Woburn 38, Arlington 31, 4:50 left to go in the ball game. And Coach, why do you think Amanda called that timeout?
I think Amanda called that timeout because things are getting a little bit hyper-focused, a tiny bit out of control, but most of all, that shot was a little quick down here. I think I know that she sees the value, or she's always preached the value in working the ball side to side, good offense, but especially in this game, we've seen good things happen to the Spy Ponders when they run offense, multiple players touches, both sides of the court, on both sides, right? So it tires out Woburn on the defensive end, and they're less effective on offense. Woburn's had a lot of success when they've gotten a quick shot from Arlington. Now they're all pumped up on the offensive end, and they get something to go.
4:50 left to go in the ballgame. Plenty of time for the Spy Ponders. No time to panic, certainly, and a key to this ball game is going to be getting stops. They don't need any 5-run home runs. Ellie with the ball into the attacking zone. Gets it to Carrie Ann. They will run the offense.
Stay in the moment, one play at a time.
Working it side to side. Abby showing some patience to Annie. To Carrie Ann. To Ellie. 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Abby will have to take it. Ball will get stripped from her, and a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow favors the Tanners.
That's a shame. That was a really good possession, and was a shot clock winding down. A senior captain move by Abby. Just kind of fumbled the ball. Unlucky. Here's a little bit of trap now. The Spy Ponders are going to look for deflections or steals.
Two guards work it out front. Break the trap. Donahue is called for a little bunny hop in the pea patch. She was bumped by Annie Harris, and I think flustered her a little bit, and then took some steps.
Sure did. That's what this has been a phenomenally officiated game. They've been consistent the whole game. They've told the players how to play the game, and you either adapt or struggle. And the ones that have adapted are doing well.
And Ellie throws it up from the paint, and 3 Woburn players have adapted. Block the shot. Here's Pacheco.
Picked up a dribble where she shouldn't.
And Rufo will bully her way to the rim, and Claire was called for a block.
Wow.
Or excuse me, that's Abby. That's her second.
That was like James White going through the B gap there with her head down, colliding with a linebacker. And, that's really not a charge. It's a block, but she really initiated all the contact. Kind of a tough spot to be in on defense.
Rufo misses the front end of the 1-and-1 as the Tanners go into the bonus, and Ava Connolly comes down with it. 38-31 Tanners, 3:23 left to go in the ballgame. And Cronin will get whistled for the foul, and Connolly will go to the line for the 1-and-1.
She will. Connolly realizes that the Tanners are in the same predicament that the Spy Ponders are, and that's that anytime they foul on a dribble drive, it's going to be shots at the basket. And being a proficient free throw, or actually a superior free throw shooter like she is, she loves to go to the line. So she dribble drives to the basket, draws that contact.
And swishes home the first. Ava Connolly, very good free throw shooter. Ponders all season long have been clutch from the free throw line. Good free throw shooting team. They'll need that tonight. They're going to close this gap. And Connolly makes the second and brings the Ponders to within 5, 38-33, 3:16 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
They're going to make the Tanners execute with a trap under pressure. Let's see if they can do it.
Rufo with the ball underneath. Turns around, finds Pacheco. Pacheco will start again. 11 seconds left to go on the clock.
So now it's all about preventing dribble drives.
And Pacheco throws the ball to herself. Steps out of bounds. That'll be Ponders' ball. They're down 5, 2:56 left to go in the ball game.
Got to get the ball to Ava Connolly here. Got to get the ball to Ava Connolly. Ellie can take it up. There we go. On your offense now.
Good job by Ellie. Here's Abby. Gets the ball over to Claire. Ellie tees it up for three. Front of the rim, heartbreak.
She has hit that shot all season long. It was in stride. She followed through. Missed it by a cat's whisker. So here's the trap again. 2:35, 5-point game. You are right where you want to be if you're the Spy Ponders, playing 11-1, number 6 team in the state. A turnover here, a deflection, a steal, and you are ready to go.
See if the Ponders can get a stop here. Here's Schiavone with the ball. She will attack the rim and throw it up, and it looks like Abby Ewan will get whistled for the foul. Tough break that time by the Spy Ponders.
Very tough break for the Spy Ponders. The officials had sent a message for the majority of the ball game that they weren't going to call incidental contact. And right there, at a key point in the ball game, a player was rewarded with incidental contact when they weren't really in full control of the basketball. And that's what doesn't make me stand up and jump for joy with that call.
Schiavone makes 1 of 2, but gathers her own rebound. And here's Quayle, throws it up with her left hand long. Ava comes down with it, 39-33. Tanners, 2:09 left to go. Ellie tees up a three. This time it finds the bottom of the net. Ellie Demery pulls the Spy Ponders to within 3 points. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left to go in this ball game.
The first time, the iron was not kind. That time, she decided not to use the iron from Swish way downtown. Bang. Ellie says, I'm the best shooter in this ball game. I'm a senior captain. I'm not going to be overcome by the moment. I'm not going to be intimidated by the big bad Woburn Tanners. I'm going to set my feet, fire away, put my team within 3 with 2:06. Amanda Mortalette gets a positive timeout. Everybody's ready to go. Question now is, do they stay in the trap or do they fall back into their traditional man-to-man defense, preventing dribble drives? I think, Rob, we're going to see the regular defense here.
The regular, so we'll take the regular. And the regular's been...
With a little high test.
With a little high test. With maybe an extra sugar. Extra sugar in the regular tonight. Here in the fourth quarter, 39-36. Woburn Tanners, 2:06 to go in the ball game. Looks like we're going to see the trap over half court.
sticking with the trap here.
And a steal by Abby, and she gives it back to Pacheco and is whistled for the foul. Oh my gosh, Abby Ewan, that'll be, I believe, her third of the game. Yes, it is. 9th foul for the Spy Ponders, so Pacheco will go having to hit the front end of the 1-and-1.
I tip my cap to Coach Amanda Mortellette. What she did is she brought her back player all the way up in the middle, fronted that player. That player was normally wide open. That time the deflection was there. She's very unlucky for Abby Ewan. She deflects it, can't get the ball, creates a foul, 2 free throws. Spy Ponder's still in it.
And Ashlyn Pacheco with a couple of clutch free throws, gets them both to go. 41-36 Tanners, minute 56 left to go in the ballgame.
So they're doing a nice job at denying.
High pressure defense from Woburn. Ellie fakes at the top of the key, can't get it to go from the free throw line. 41-36 Tanners, and they have the ball with 1:35 left to go in the ballgame.
No panic, but you need to stop here. No panic, but you need to stop. Dig in, play the hardest you've played all game long right now.
Schiavone picks up her dribble, goes over to Cronin. Ava guarding her. 9 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 8-7. Pacheco's going to have to do something with it. She finds Schiavone, who throws up a rainbow. That was actually Quayle, and gets it to drop. 44-36 Tanners.
Can't play defense better than that. Quayle, just offense is just too good for that kind of defense.
Ellie tries to answer, but she's whistled for the phantom travel. And that last possession was a heartbreak for the Spy Ponders. Gotta credit Kelsey Quayle with a big shot there. She hasn't hit a 3 all night long. Does there, puts the Tanners up 8 with 50 seconds left to go, and the basketball.
Not only it was a 3, it was contested. The Spy Ponders played defense for 28 of the 30, spectacular defense for 28 of the 30 seconds of the shot clock. She throws one up at the sky. Her prayer is answered. Unfortunately for the Spy Ponders, this is what an 11-1 team will do when you're shooting late and close with confidence. Sometimes those shots go in for you.
And Schiavone adds another one, 45-36. And Schiavone has kind of a shot put style, doesn't she? But deadly effective.
Shot put, and her feet are a little bit the wrong way, but certainly very effective.
10-point lead, 51 seconds left to go. Ellie will take it all the way to the hoop, draw contact that time from Pacheco. Scott, I gotta say, 49 seconds, 10-point lead. Ellie at the line. I'm dangerously close to putting this game in the refrigerator.
I wouldn't put it in there yet, not with any team that has Ellie Demarais, Abby Ewan, Annie Harris, Carrie Farina, Ava Connolly, Claire Ewan, Michelle Mahoney, Francesca Parasato, and Diana Wicks cheering on the sideline. You always got a chance, but I think the big moment of the game were 2. I think when Ellie Demarais miss that just didn't quite go in.
Yeah,
might have been a difference maker, and then obviously the big three-pointer
by Quayle
in the corner. After you play, I thought their most inspired defense of the night, on a night when both teams played incredibly inspired defense. You play your best defense of the night, and you still give up a 3. That's tough to swallow, but it's also part of the learning process.
Yeah. It'll make them better team going forward. And certainly one thing that's been learned tonight is that they can compete with the better teams in the Liberty Division, certainly, and Middlesex Conference overall.
They gained the confidence as the game went on, where they said to themselves that there's no reason we can't play with this team and have success against them. And once that kind of confidence is born, basically half the battle is won, because now it's just execution.
Well, and they're going to be, as Abby gets whistled for the foul, they're going to be playing against teams with good records coming down the stretch, and they're going to need to win a couple of those games if they want to be a playoff team. And again, Perhaps tonight they've gained the confidence that they can go into these games, shooting for the victory.
As you said at the beginning, Rob, to be the best, you got to beat the best, and certainly down the stretch, that's what they're going to have to do. After here, they go at Lexington, who's a 5-10 club, and then they come home for Winchester, who struggled at 1-14. But then down the stretch, the last two clubs are 12-2, 11-1 for a combined score of total of 21-3. And they finish with Billerica, who's 8-3, or Lincoln Sudbury, who's 10-2. So it's going to be a tough task. They're going to have to find a way to win 3 games. But this team is going to either get the 3 wins or go out swinging as hard as they can, try and give them the best effort they can, and that's all you can ask.
Well, I tell you, there's no quit tonight as we see the Pawners pick up their intensity with a full court press here at the end and forcing Woburn to, call a timeout. Coach Steve Sullivan says, we're going to execute right down to the bitter end. It is 47-38 with 29 seconds left to go.
I'll tell you, Rob, what you got going on here. This is a little bit of learning and message sending going on. That the Spy Ponders, is it in the cooler, Rob? I know it, you know it. But the Spy Ponders are sending a message to themselves, to Woburn, to the league, to everybody. We're playing 32 minutes. That's what we're doing here. We're going to play them all as hard as we can and try every possession. This is going to set the tone moving forward. We play every possession the same. On to the next play, stay in the moment. The moment now is 47-38, 25 seconds left. So we're going to try to get a stop here with the score how it is. End of story. We play one way, and that's hard. And I love that. I love it.
Looks like they will go ahead and foul Pacheco here, so they're going to try to still try to win this ballgame. 26 seconds left. I'm not sure how many fouls they can.
Yeah, I must confess, I'm not sure I love that. I mean, because we've had this little debate before, and that's if you are down 9 with 26 seconds left, and you're going to try to win the game, honestly, you're going to need steals. Fouling them probably doesn't give you your best chance of winning. Your best chance of winning is double teaming traps and looking for deflections and steals. Because if you foul, you got to figure that at 47 points, you can maybe get to 47. You probably can't get to 48. And that's why you can't put them on the line.
Yeah, we have that debate a lot, don't we? The flip side is that you can't necessarily spend 8 or 9 seconds to steal the basketball with 26 seconds left, and you need 5 possessions. Only way you're going to get 5 possessions is to foul people.
Yeah, so we can. I actually really enjoy this debate. So the idea would be then. But what gives you a better? What's the better percentage play, right? What's going to happen more often? Are they going to miss 5?
I get it. Well, so the best percentage play. So we have a 1/2 of 1% chance of winning if you foul, and a 0% chance because if you steal.
Agree.
Right.
Agree.
And this game is in the refrigerator.
Sure
the doors closed, lights are out, eggs are cooling, butter's getting hard, jello's jiggling with the final score. Woburn Tanners 47, Arlington Spy Ponders 38. And we had our debate about how to play the final 10 seconds as the final 10 seconds was unwinding.
And it was getting so heated there, I thought you were going to maybe toss a cheap elbow into me or kind of intentionally foul me, maybe get me on the line. Maybe that's your idea. You see me through free throws before. I can't hit the broadside of a barn. So that's why you're going to hack me, put me on the line. Okay? I know you can't dribble to save your life, so I want you to dribble around and toss that ball away outside. So that's where we're going through.
Well, right, and we could hack ourselves all we want. The way the game was played tonight, there weren't going to be any calls. It was a physical contest from beginning to end, and the Spy Ponders played a close one.
I thought I just was inspired by the Spy Ponders effort tonight, and I realized that those that listen to our broadcast know that I have spent the better part of every single one praising the team's effort, but I wouldn't do it if I didn't mean it, and I wouldn't be harping on it tonight if I didn't think it was special. This is an 11-1 team, ranked 6th in the state of Massachusetts, coming into your barn on a night where you got 8 players. You need a win. You need a strong effort. You go down. You go up early, but then you go down. You get to the point where maybe this is a time where the other team's going to go away and hide. A real tough team like 11-1, and they don't hide. Not only they don't hide, they play physical. For a time, I thought they out-physicaled them, and it just sent a message to me that this team's ready to go and do what it takes to win.
Outstanding, and there you have it. So let me talk about the scoring on the evening. Claire Ewan with 2, Abby Ewan with 5, Carrie Ann Farina with a strong game. She had 8, Ava Connolly with 10, and Ellie Demery splashed in 3 big three-pointers and led the way with 14 points. For the Tanners, I won't read them all, but Kelsey Quayle, co-captain Quayle, had 5, none bigger than her big shot with just under a minute to play to break the Ponders' heart, the three-pointer from the base. Ashlyn Pacheco, who played a very strong game, really controlled the game well for the Tanners, had 9, and Andrea Schiavone showing her scoring prowess with 13 points. So players of the game and Bing Bang Boom Award. Scott, you going to take the Ponders tonight, or are you going to take the Tanners for player of the game?
I'm going to take the Ponders tonight, Rob. I just thought the player of the game, kind of really coming off what we heard in the interview with Ellie. We saw leadership, and we saw a clutch play, performing under pressure situations, hit some big threes, really was able to dribble the ball up the court when Ava wasn't able to. So she really was kind of the jack of all trades tonight, showed senior leadership and what a senior's like on the court. She gets my player of the game.
Good call there, and fully agreed. For the Woburn Tanners player of the game, I'm going to call number 14, point guard Ashlyn Pacheco. She really controlled the game for the Tanners, had 9 points, but more importantly handled the ball and really was the spearhead of the Woburn Tanners attack. And the Tanners were not bothered by the Ponders' pressure defense tonight. The Ponders didn't get the deflections, and that was largely because of Pacheco's confidence in bringing the ball up court, initiating the offense. When things got a little hairy for the Tanners, Pacheco was there to kind of calm them down, and that's why she gets the call as ACMi player of the game for the Woburn Tanners.
You know, Rob, that's a great call. Of all the players that I've seen come into this gym this year, she's been my personal favorite of an opponent. She's dynamite. She is fundamentally sound. She's tough. She moves the basketball. This is the best chest pass of any player we've seen this year. Great player, phenomenal choice. So now we'll move on to the Bing Bang Boom Award winner, and I got to give it to the player who was stopping and popping, and that's Carrie Ann Farina. She saw those first 2 free throws go in. Her eyes got wide. She said, I gotta beat on this basket. She was moving. She was playing tough defense, hitting from the outside, swishing, dishing, stopping and popping. Bing, bang, boom to Carrie Ann Farina.
Great call there, Scott. I fully agree with that one. Strong game from Carrie Ann, and she certainly showed the hustle that will win the Bing Bang Boom Award. So stay tuned for the post-game show, And before we go there, there's a good time to let everyone know all the exciting things we have upcoming at ACMi Sports. In the upcoming weeks, look for continued coverage of Spy Ponders girls and boys basketball, including tournament action, boys and girls hockey, studio interviews with players and coaches, feature pieces on impactful members of the sports community in Arlington, and exciting pre- and post-game shows. ACMi Sports, where the community covers Arlington athletics. And with that, I will once again call the final score. Woburn Tanners send their record to 12-1, and they win the game against the Arlington Spy Ponders 47-38.
And we're back. Welcome to the ACMi postgame show. We are happy and honored tonight to be joined with my friend, Jeannie Wall. Jeannie, it was a beautiful ceremony. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts.
I think it's wonderful. The coach and the parents are so supportive of my daughter. And Catherine never played basketball in the high school, but she was such a force in the high school. I think that she's remembered by many sports. It was touching. And I have to tell you, the best thing was this. This is going to go up with her uniform, which is up there on the wall. And I have to thank Coach Amanda, and I also need to thank the parents as well to get this for her. But it's very touching. It's like both things. I feel honored, but then also it's very emotional as well, because I think she had so much that she could have offered with coaching and with her ability to work with children. But, it's a big loss, and I miss her terribly. So
I'm sure you do miss her, and we thank you for sharing her with us and keeping her memory alive. And that's what a wonderful thing that everyone's done.
Yes.
And we love you, and thanks so much for being part of the community.
thank you. And it was Karen Ewan that I wanted to thank, too. Thank
Karen,
you,
you
Scott.
okay.
Thank you, Scott.
And we'll be back right after this. And we're back. I'm here with the Bing Bang Boom Award winner, Carrie Farina. Carrie, big game against Woburn right there. They're a tough team. They're a physical team. Tell us what it was like to play in a game that was that tough.
Yeah, it was tough, but I think we fought through it pretty good.
I thought you did fight through it pretty good. You also made some big shots. Tell me about what your offense was like in the second half.
I kind of just didn't think, and I just went for it. And I think that's what we did, all of us.
Absolutely, you sure did. And so now you got some big games moving forward. Tell me a little bit about what practice is like.
It's good. We run a lot, and we practice a lot of plays.
You practice all the plays. You played hard tonight, a big physical game. Didn't get the win, but you're ready to go moving forward. Congratulations on the Big Bang Boom Award. All right, we'll be back right after this.
And we are back. Rob Anthony here with Coach Amanda Mortalet. And Coach, thanks for joining us. And that was a very close, hard-fought battle tonight. What did you think of the team's effort?
I loved the team's effort tonight. I thought they never backed down. We were down. There was a couple runs in the game. We talk about how you have to kind of weather the storms a little bit. We hit some big shots down the stretch, but I think our effort was always there tonight.
And it was a physical battle. Really, both teams were hard at it, and your team did not back down. Did you learn something about your team's ability to play in a highly physical basketball game tonight?
Yeah, so I think, when we play Woburn, we always know it's going to be a physical game. And I think there have been games recently that we didn't necessarily, respond the right way to that physical. So I think tonight was a big test for us. And so for them to respond this way really showed some growth and just some resilience in our team.
Awesome. And finally, Coach, tonight was Catherine Wall night, and we just heard from Jeannie Wall, and it was somewhat of an emotional night. I know that you've been a big supporter of Stand Up Against Cancer. What does a night like Catherine Wall night mean to you personally?
So, I think we've all had people close to us pass away from cancer. I've had plenty of people in my life, and so I try to I think of them, and I also think, basketball or sports in general just gives you that platform to kind of help others, to recognize, to help other people out. And Jeannie has been such a strong supporter of our program. She doesn't just do the book for us. She cares for the kids. She cares for me, and we've really formed a relationship. And that's, another great thing about basketball is you form those relationships and friendships. And so we love to be able to give back to her.
And so you gave back to Jeannie tonight, and your team's been giving back all season long with the exciting brand of basketball. So good luck next week, Coach, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And that'll be it from the Kozlowski Gymnasium this evening. For my partner, Scott Zwick, I'm Rob Anthony, and once again, the final score, Woburn Tanners 47, Arlington Spy Ponders 38.